Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a video that I've been trying to make for a while. This video is trying to explore a band that I grew up with. So I was born in Peru and I originally spoke Spanish as a child. And one of the bands that my parents, family, and myself were big fans of was Soda Stereo. You can see their name right up here. Soda Stereo is a Argentinian rock band that was extremely popular in the 80s and 90s. And I always try to show their songs that they make to everybody that I come across because their music is just incredible. This video is meant to break specifically the song called Entre Canibales. Um, so growing up in the US after about 10 years old or so, I still got into all of the different types of music that you grew up here in LA with, but still in the back of my head, I always kept Spanish rock being played all the time, including now as an adult. Um, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to break down parts of the song. I'm going to translate some of the song. I know both English and Spanish pretty well. Interpret it for you, tell you some little tidbits about what has happened. This particular performance and song are altered versions of the original. So Entre Canibales came out in an album called, excuse me, Canción Animal, Animal Song, right? It is a very sensual song, very poetic, as the band always has been. A lot of their songs are very poetic. They don't literally mean what the title or lyrics are intending to say. So I will try to also transliterate what the lyrics are saying. And of course, tell you a little bit about the band as we go along. And of course, if you do like this type of video by the end, please like and subscribe. I would love to make more of these. So, um, this performance was live. It was filmed in Miami in 1996. Um, One of the first Spanish bands that MTV brought in to do an unplugged. But the band was like, we can't do it all unplugged. We're gonna have to have some things plugged in. Mainly a couple of guitars that they use in some of the songs. However, you can see here that Gustavo Cerati, who is the main lead vocalist of the group of the band, he's using a guitar that looks a lot like it's just an acoustic, but I think it is plugged in. So which is cool to see. They did say that the intention of the format was to have instruments that were not plugged in, that were not electric, that they were all acoustic, and that you could have the microphones to record. But Soda Stereo was one of the first ones to say, we're not going to do that. We're going to do our own thing. And so they do. So let's take a look and explore a little bit about this. So here you can see Gustavo Cerati. You can see the guitar. It is plugged in. It looks acoustic. A little bit about Gustavo. So he, obviously, like the whole band, they are from Argentina, Buenos Aires specifically. He is the lead vocalist. He's also the main guitarist, producer, and composer. So he is very much the creative mind, the brains behind the operation, the reason that so many of the songs hit so hard. He It's absolutely one of the best creative minds of South America musically that have ever existed, in my opinion. I'm sure you could argue others are, but that's what I think. He's just an incredible uh, person creatively. He did, however, pass away in 2014 after being in a coma for 4 years. In 2010, he performed in Venezuela. He suffered a stroke, went into a coma, and then sadly passed away 4 years later after being in a coma. So he is no longer with us, but like I said, he was definitely very creative and incredible musician, very loved. Soda Stereo was maybe as big as the Backstreet Boys were back in the early 2000s or so. So Soda Stereo would just get all the fans riled up and going after them. These are the starting notes for the song, Entre Canibales, which literally translates to between cannibals. Now, the song is not about cannibalism, I have to say that. Um, it's more poetic than that, and I'll explain it as we keep going. Here you can see the two other musicians that go with Gustavo. You have Sera Bocio. He's always been on the bass. I've seen him play other instruments, but mainly he's the bass guy. He does an incredible job with the bass. There are several songs in which the bass is very much highlighted. You can hear it very well in songs like Hombre al Agua. Um, and of course, the drummer, Charlie. Charlie is our drummer. He is incredible as well. He does such a good job with the drums in many songs. You'll hear a lot of the drums on their own in other songs as well. So those are the three main group members. There are others who perform with them very often. I'm sure many people know their names. I don't remember them at the moment, but right now we're going to just keep focused on that. You can see that for this performance, they brought in the violins. These are, of course, just regular violins. We have a microphone they are recording for them. Violins and other instruments like that are consistently showing up in concert from Soda Stereo. And I love the use of them. The way that they are coming into the background for the riff right now as the song is starting is a good way to introduce this melody happening here. All right, so the first few lyrics, una eternidad, este instante, esperé, esperé este instante, will translate to an eternity. I've waited for this moment. Like I said, the song is very sensual, and although it doesn't use its lyrics literally, the implication appears to be to lose your virginity, perhaps. So long I've waited for this moment. Uh, Feels like it is kind of talking about that, but again, it's not directly saying that. This is just one interpretation of the many that these lyrics could have. But again, Gustavo, when he writes these songs, it's not quite 100% sure what he intends. I think often he says that it's kind of up to the person to decipher and or experience the lyrics that the way that they feel. And the cool thing about Gustavo is that he always wrote lyrics as well as composed the song together. The way a lot of music is done today is that a beat or background sound will be made, and then the lyrics are added on top of them to kind of match the way that it's going. Gustavo did not do that. He actually wrote the lyrics and composed the song simultaneously, so that these lyrics and guitar notes worked together for the song. And you can hear that right here. Let's go back a little. This instant. And I won't let it slide away. Deslizar means to slide away. So I've waited a long time for this moment, and I won't let it slide away. I'm not going to let it get away. As a quiet memory, meaning I don't want it to be left behind as a memory of what could have been. I think, or at least that's my interpretation. Again, these are very poetic songs. It's not literal, but very much what we feel like he's saying with it. En balas rasantes que matan, and bullets that just barely missed you, but they still kill. Very poetic. I actually not sure what to interpret from that. It could mean something like a bullet that grazed you, but still somehow it kills you. I don't know how to interpret that, to be honest. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments from that lyric, but it is very poetic and really something that probably a lot of people experience differently. A bullet that grazes you, yet still kill. Eat from me, eat from my flesh. Very sexual, in my opinion. I don't know if I need to tell you exactly what seems to be happening here. Again, not directly being said. Oh, Between Cannibals. Tómate el tiempo en desmenuzarme. Take your time to take me apart. I can't do all the transliteration. You guys gotta. Hopefully, you know what he means. Between Cannibals. Between Cannibals again. So we have here the you have just heard the chorus. It is mainly there. No true lyric of something that's actually happening. Everything's just implied, very poetic, right? And even I have a hard time translating exactly what he could be mean. I am really just giving you what I feel like he means, and even I'm having a hard time doing that. The pain is a venom, and you won't feel it until the end while you move slowly. Mientras te muevas lento is as you move so slowly, and then we break into an instrument little section right here. Slowly. Y jadeas el nombre que mata means that until you moan the name that kills. Back into the chorus. Eat from me, eat from my flesh. Oh, in between cannibals. That's like a little bit of an interpretation of that, what that could mean. Basically, I think he's like seeing everybody else do it, like everybody else is a cannibal. And I will give in to let whoever your intention is with, and they will tear you apart. That's what it feels like the chorus is trying to say a little bit. That I'm observing these acts in front of me, and now I will also give in. I've been wanting to, um, and it finally happened. Take your time in tearing me apart. Between Canibals. Again, you should listen to the full song just on its own without me interrupting. And here you're going to see a breakdown of the instruments. So the stereo, whenever they do lives, they do like to bring in a little bit of a breakdown from a guest instrument, if you will, or sometimes just a solo from the guitar. You can see this in other performances, especially live. This is not a concert. It is like a sit down, and a few fans were invited. But typically there is, when Gustavo, who would recreate the songs that already happened and turn them into a live version, often in a better way than the actual studio recording, in my opinion. They would have these sections of guest um, instruments, and so here you're going to hear the guest instrument come in for a few seconds. The violins are the guest instruments. I can't let it to go too long, hopefully, but just heard the violin go off for a few seconds. I love that string sound in this. I feel like it fits so well. Gustavo coming up with incorporating that into the song is just amazing, beautiful. I love it. It makes the song just so much more meaningful and poetic to have like these instruments that have a they just have like this presence that you can't ignore to them. The violin is definitely one of those. Of course, you also have the piano. Definitely not not unplugged, right? It's very electrical. Definitely not an instrument that you would normally hear in an unplugged performance. Uh, Very key. Uh, these keys are huge. This man performing right now, he's huge for the performances that are live. I love hearing him go on the piano, and it sounds very 90s. You can hear it a lot like many other songs that you may have heard in English, but he just does so great. What an incredible piano solo. You can hear both instruments, the violin, the piano, both had solo sections, and they both complemented each other very well, while the other instruments were still playing in the background. Beautiful. Lovely. There's no new lyrics. It's just repeating, eat from me, eat from my flesh, and then finally, an eternity. I've waited for this moment. Amazing. I hope you enjoy this type of music. I definitely both enjoy Soda Stereo, enjoy their style, enjoy live performances, and the fact that this song is so creative. If you listen to the original version of the song from Canción Animal and this song, although lyrics are the same, they feel like completely different artistic visions. And I love both of them. I love listening to both songs. Sometimes I listen to one, then the other, and they just feel different enough through the creative process that Gustavo applied onto the song. It's just incredible. I love this song. It's probably my favorite Soda Stereo song. And it's a live performance. I'm including all of the recordings that they would have done in studio. Um, Now, I hope you enjoy the song. You definitely should listen to a full version of it. This YouTube video does say this is an unedited version, and the audio has not been reprogrammed or re-recorded, or rather, it's not re-recorded. I'm sorry, remastered. Um, the best way to, if you want to listen to this song, this live version song, Spotify has a live version of it in the album. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it, but it's not called MTV Unplugged. It's called something else. I will find it right now because I definitely have it right away. You can find it in. Oh no, it isn't MTV Unplugged. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. MTV Unplugged. Soda Stereo's album. You will find a remastered version with the sound from each instrument recorded onto the onto their onto the microphone and mixed together for the song on Spotify. I believe Apple TV also has a version. I haven't heard it, but it's definitely a remastered version that you can listen to. All right, well, that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear more about other songs or breakdowns or translations, let me know in the comments. I definitely look forward to hopefully doing more of these. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good one. Peace.